Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. My name is James, and today we're going to go ahead and sit down and talk to you guys about all the latest news in regards to Reading Football Club. Today we're going to speak about the under-21's result against Newcastle, we'll speak about the latest ins and outs in regards to transfer rumours regarding Reading, and finally we'll go ahead and preview Monday night's game against Cambridge United live on Sky. So to begin with then, we'll talk about the under-21's win as they went ahead and played Newcastle on Friday night at the Select Carlesen Stadium. Fans finally able to attend an under-21's game for the first time in a while, and they saw a win as Noel Hunt's Reading made it 3 wins from 3. Jayden Wareham once again scoring, this time before half-time again, making it 4 goals in 3 appearances. Listen, if we're being completely honest, the contract needs to be on the table right now. That's 4 goals in 3 games for the under-21 side, and he's clearly someone that can find the back of the net. Listen, he did have a failed spell at Leyton Orient last year, but let's be honest, so far for Reading, he's proved that he is definitely a correct fit for the system that Ruben Selles and Noel Hunt want to play. Look, Reading need a goal scorer right now. Do I think he's the problem for the? Do I think he's the solution to the problem of needing another striker? No. But is he someone that could fit that gap? Yes. Give him a deal. He's still on trial. Just give him a 1 or 2 year deal. I'd say give him a 2 or 3 year deal if we're being completely honest. He's probably worth it. In this game though, Jack Senga did get a red card halfway through in the second half, but the team hung on and was able to get yet another win. That's 5 goals scored and 0 conceded so far for the under-21s this year. Safe to say, they're doing pretty well. Now the team for this game was a little bit rotated to the last side, so you had Harvey Collins in goal. We saw Kelvin Abrafa, Michael Stickland and Jarrell Dorset and Sam Paul playing across the back 4. Okine Peters, Tavonge Rashisha, Jack Senga and Taylor Harris playing in the midfield, and Jayden Wareham partnered Bobby Clark up front. Look, not really much else to say. A good win, joint top of the league, 3 wins from 3. Pretty impressive so far from Noel Hunt's under-21 side. And yeah, look, I think it's just going to keep translating through to the senior side. You see the youth movement coming through right now. You see the other youth stepping up in the under-21s. It's pretty impressive so far with what Reading and Ruben Selles' project is happening so far. Now, moving into the next piece of news, it's going to be in regards to ins and outs. First of all, we'll talk about the outs as it's been reported by Mick McGrath that Andy Carroll is in talks with Amiens over a move to the 2nd Division French club. Listen, reports are that it's almost done now. Apparently he was there on Tuesday, agreed a contract, saw the facilities on Wednesday. Look, I'll be a little bit disappointed to see Andy Carroll go, don't get me wrong. This year I did hype him up quite a lot. Said should be at least a 15-20 goal a season striker in the division. But unfortunately for Carroll, the system doesn't fit him at all. He's asked to run, he's asked to press, he's asked to have the ball down at his feet. And it's just not something that Andy Carroll realistically is his strengths. Look, I think he'll do well in the 2nd Division of France. I mean, I can't tell you what the league's like, but he'll score goals. If it's something where service is given to him and he can head the ball, we know Andy Carroll's great in the air. He'll do all right, don't get me wrong. So, look, Andy Carroll's rumoured to be off, set to be off like almost straight away. Rumour is Dean Bazounas as well has been talking to a couple of clubs as well in League 2, so potentially could be having him leave. Now, the big news story really for Reading is kind of this one. It's really surprising. It's a homecoming return for Reading as Darren Whitcup is reporting that Reading have inquired about re-signing Andy Rinomhota on loan. Supposedly, we asked for the availability of Ruben Colwell too, but we were told no to Ruben Colwell. But Rinomhota could leave on loan, but we are waiting for the green light. Now, Rinomhota did leave Reading last season, and by all accounts, look, Mark Bowen said he didn't want to leave. He didn't include the fans in his message when he left. Listen, if Andy Rinomhota comes back and he's playing in League 1 for Reading Football Club, it's a fantastic move. Realistically, it's a fantastic move. He's not a League 1 player. He's a Championship standard player. 39 games for Cardiff last year, 26 starts in that time, but he failed to really nail down a place in the first team. He had an average rating of a 6.37 last season, according to WhoScored.com. Now, Rinomhota did play 125 games for Reading in his first spell, and he's going to know the club inside and out. Obviously, there's been a lot of difference going on. Obviously, we've had a change of manager. There's really a change of hierarchy at the club as well. And we're really struggling in terms of stuff behind the scenes. But it should be a similar feeling for Rinomhota as he returns to Reading. And we all know Rinomhota's strengths and his weaknesses. Now, according to Who Scored, his strengths is holding on to the ball and his tackling, whereas his weaknesses is his passing, his finishing and his aerial duels. But we all know that Rinomhota will love to press a team. He will love to run about about, he'll do the dirty work, and he will be that man in the middle that will kind of free up the creative mind. He'll sit back, sometimes go on a little run, but he'll free up that creative mind in the midfield. He'll just do the dirty work. He'll do the dirty work in the midfield for Reading. Look, I'd take Rinomhota, don't get me wrong, I really would. Like I said, in League One, I think Rinomhota's a fantastic signing for Reading Football Club, and I would snap him up straight away. If he's given the green light to leave on loan, take him now. So we're going to move in next now to the preview for the Cambridge United game. Looking forward to this one live on Sky on Monday. Fortunately for Reading fans all over the world, I will not be there. So there's more likely Reading could potentially pull out a result in this game. Obviously, my curse of away games still stands after the result against Exeter. But yeah, won't be there for this one. Now, according to Who Scored, Cambridge United's strengths are their counter-attacks and finishing, chances created through individuals, and protecting the lead. Whereas their weaknesses are keeping possession, aerial duels, and the defensive set pieces. Now, I want to focus in on the weaknesses here, as keeping possession and defensive set pieces could come in Reading's favour here. Obviously, defensive set pieces is something that Reading, in terms of set pieces, attacking wise, we've brought in an attacking set piece coach for this season, and something really where we've seen Reading do quite well. Obviously, we saw Charlie Savage score a free kick, we've seen Reamota score from a corner, and I think this could be something Reading could use to their advantage. Now, it says that they struggle keeping possession as well, and it's just 39% is their average for this season, compared to Reading, who are up in the higher 50s. I think this is going to be a game really where we control the tempo of the fixture, and we have the ball a lot, and Cambridge are going to look to counter Reading on the break. Now, Gassan Ademi is the top goal scorer so far this year for Cambridge in the league with 2 goals, same as Reamota for Reading. 7 goals have been scored this year, with 6 from open play, 2 including counter-attacks and 1 set-piece goal. I think long balls are going to work against the older defenders for Cambridge in this game. Michael Morrison and Ryan Bennett being the 2 centre-backs for Cambridge. A lot of people tipped them for relegation at the start of the year, including myself. So has this been a little bit of a purple patch for Cambridge, or is this actually the real Cambridge United for this season? Now, my starting 11 for this fixture is as follows. I've got David Button in goal, Amadou Mbengu, Harley Dean, Nelson Abbey and Matty Carson across the back 4. Michael Craig and Charlie Savage play in the centre of midfield with Harvey Nibbs and Femi Aziz out wide. And Caelan Vickers is starting up front with Kelvin Reamota. Look, one option that I really do think Reading could use in this game is Ben Elliott, especially if we're going to have a lot of the ball. I think the creative mind of Ben Elliott could be really useful for Reading in this game. Look, don't get me wrong, I think Femi Aziz had an okay game in the second half against Exeter, but it's really the end product that he struggles with, and I think Ben Elliott is someone that can unlock the defence in this fixture. Kelvin Reamota and Vickers will be dangerous as well against the older defence, especially with the pace and power that they've got. Look, youth could get schooled though. You know it happens. It's just something that happens in football sometimes, but I don't think it will be the case. I'm going to go with a Cambridge 1, Reading 2 result. Reamota, and I think Aziz is finally going to get that goal that, let's be honest, he kind of deserves this season. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Listen, I'm going to have a video rounding up Reading's transfer window, kind of grading the signings and who I'm happy and sad with, and kind of talking about ins and outs as well. It's going to be it for this one, guys. Hope you've all enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. I've been James, and we'll see you all very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.